Hey everybody, Rob Swift coming at you with another essential lead guitar concept. How to solo up and down the fretboard using the CAGED system. Check it out. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to play the minor pentatonic scale up and down the fretboard in all 5 caged positions. That's going to allow you to play bluesy phrases up and down the neck. So we can start off in the open position, surrounding, here's your E7 chord shape, very bluesy. We have the E minor as well, and the standard major. Okay, surrounding that shape, we have the E minor pentatonic scale in its E-shaped position. That was 0-3, 0-2, 0-2, 0-2, 0-3, 0-3. You can add in the flat at 5th to turn it into a blues scale. Just right there, that B flat note. And you can also add in a G sharp, the major 3rd for some major flavor. All right, up next we have, we have the E7 chord shape played in its D-shaped position. Here's the major variety, and of course we have the minor as well. Overlapping with that shape, we have the minor pentatonic scale, key of E, in its D-shaped position. That was frets 0, 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5. Now in that pattern we have what is frequently referred to as the upper extension. Alright, rock pattern or rock box. We can also turn it into a blues scale by adding that flat at 5th, B flat, and the major 3rd right there. Just like that. Okay, from there we can move on to the C-shaped position. Here's my E major chord played as a C shape, and that's going to start this pattern, this caged pattern up the fretboard once again. The C shape, the E chord as an A shape, the E chord as a G shape, an E shape, and once again, the D shape. And overlapping with all of those positions of the E chord, we're going to have another position of the minor pentatonic scale, and also the major pentatonic scale as a side note. And that is the gist of the CAGED system. Looking at that C shape once again. All right, overlapping with that chord, we have. And right there's my root note. That was frets 5-7, 5-7, 5-7, 4-7, 5-8, and 5-7. And of course we can go up from the open string. Just like that. All right, next we have the E major chord in its A shape, also the dominant 7, just like that. Overlapping with that chord, we have. Okay, that was frets 7-10, same thing on the A, the D string 7-9, same thing on the G, then the B string we're going to have 8-10, shifting up, and then the high E string 7-10. All right, put that together and we got. And of course we can add in the blues scale notes as well. Right there's your B flat, and also right there as well. And your resolve on the G string, 9th fret. All right, now we've got the E major chord played in its G-shaped position. Nobody will really play this chord, at least not very often, but it's great for visualizing the position. Okay, because overlapping with that chord, of course, we have the minor pentatonic scale in its G-shaped position. Check it out. right, that was frets 10, 12 on the E and A strings. All right, then on the D and G, we're gonna have the same thing as well. We're gonna have 9, 12, 9, 12. Then on the B and high E strings, 10, 12. So there's a little bit of symmetry in this position. It's interesting. Okay, that is the E minor pentatonic scale in its G shape position. All right, then we're back to where we started. Check it out. We began in the open position with the E major chord. Now we have it as a barred shape, E string root. And overlapping with that, we have. All right, the most convenient and the most common form of the minor pentatonic scale, E shape position. Frets 12 up to 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. So many. Bluesy and rockin' possibilities in that position. Okay, let's review. I'm gonna play through each of those patterns, starting in the E shape position, or also known as the open position. All right, then of course we have D shape position. Then we have the C shape position. And if you remember, your root note is there on the B string. Okay, as a side note, that's going to overlap with the BB King box. All right, next we've got the A shape position. And we have the G shape position. Remember, this has some cool symmetry to it. And then finally, E shape position, octave, 12th fret position. Everything is gonna start over again, okay? Because we can play. That was our D shape position once again. Of course, we've got the C shape position. It gets tight up here. And let's see if we got it. The A shape position is right up there. Just like that. All right, and friends, now we have the whole fretboard basically mapped out using the CAGED system. So always be visualizing your triads in their various CAGED positions. All right, the E major chord can be played up and down the fretboard, just like this, using each of those CAGED chord shapes. All right, and surrounding each of those chords, we have positions of our minor and major pentatonic scales. Friends, if you want to be able to put this stuff to work and start learning some killer licks and riffs up and down the fretboard, then I recommend you check out All Access at TrueFire.com. There you're gonna be able to find a ton of courses taught by some of the world's best guitar players and most experienced instructors. Until next time, this is Rob Swift coming at you from the Jersey Shore, saying happy pickin'.